Cantering towards home.
Away and not disregard me.
The idea is that he knocks. Just taking buttons through this paddle. You can see no hesitation as he goes into it. It's a horrible old day today weather-wise. You can see Fletcher's all wrapped up, but we like taking them out in all sorts of weather. So even though it's raining and it's windy, you get all the hedges rustling, paddles on the road, noise of the cars coming past as well when they splash on the verges. Sometimes the noise of the spray can upset a horse. But you can see he's just trotting around doing as he's told, nice and relaxed. Coming up here you can see how much the trees are moving. Very, very windy old day, lots of noise. You can put them on edge when you take them out, but you can see little buttons trotting along the road. Not a problem.
So we've got old buttons out here in a little vehicle, well in a big vehicle actually, but he's going along lovely, just got his bit of rubber in. I can't do much about his head carriage because obviously he already had what head carriage he had, and it's hard, well not hard to alter it, but you know, for what he's going to be used for. He's not going in the show ring, but he's got, you know, it's coming, he's got quite a nice little head carriage. The other thing is he's fat as a bullock, so up his neck, you know, it ain't the easiest thing to get his face flat in the front because his neck's so thick, you know what I mean? But he's going along there, lovely. Steady, bud. He don't really look at anything. You know, nothing really bothers him. But, you know, he has, poor little bugger's had to get used to these blinkers after having, you know, an open bridle. So you see his little head now, he loves looking around. But you can understand it. Now you can say to me, well, he'll stop doing that, of course he will. But what I'm saying just now, the only way he's got, whereas before he didn't have to move his head, did he? Because his eyes are on the side of his head. He's such a lovely little pony, he's absolutely lovely. He's kind, he's everything you could want. He'd be a pony in 1,000, this pony. You know, he's just so sweet, isn't he? Just a lovely nature, he wants to get on and do. He don't care about what's coming up the road like that. Go on. Come on, he's a good boy. He's having a look over here at these new horses that arrived. It's nothing to do with us. Other people's horses. That probably don't do us a lot of good, them horses being there, because everybody thinks they're ours.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Go on. Come on. So there he is, this little fella. Lovely little pony, you know, one of the best ponies we've ever had here, you know. And I don't say things lightly, I do mean that. Genuinely nice, genuine children's pony, you know, absolutely genuine children's pony. And they're very, very rare. He's got no malice in him, nothing about him at all, like that he's in any way nippy, bitey, kicky. He don't suffer with moods or anything of that ilk. He's just a lovely little pony, you know. He just does what he's asked to do. All you've got to do with him, and this is certainly not a fault with him in any way, but what you've got to do, he likes things that he understands what's going on. He's a bright enough little pony and a nice little, lovely little boy. He don't really bother about anybody or anything, other horses. We drove him up alongside Rowley, and he'd go out in company and leave the others behind, so, or go on or stand and wait while they go and leave him. So, you know, all in all, he's a good pony. But if the Dartmoor pony's something similar to this one, size wise and that. The only thing I would say is this pony's got a turn of speed, so you know you'd have to have the other horse be here with him to set them down to work together pace wise, because she's quite fast. Yeah, from the brakes coming down here, horrible noise, and there he is, good as gold. I'm just holding the weight down there. All right, babe. Come on, that's good, boy. Yeah, just where we've been in the river, and the old brakes make a noise, but you know, it's the sort of thing we have to do here, because if you went through a big puddle and they got made noise and it frightened him, obviously it wouldn't be any good, would it? Go on, babe, on you go. That's it, my darling. Trot on then. Good boy. Just out on the main road now, not much traffic about. And the hardest thing is with the little pony is, you know, ponies of this size, is to get them downtown, because, you know, what we'll do, we're taking through Stockbridge and that for you. But you can see all this stuff coming along here, don't bother him. But it's not always easy to get a little pony, come on, to do the, come on, get up, do the distance into town. So
there's no point having them downtown when they're knackered.
Yeah, when they're worn out, you know, tired, and you know, we want them downtown when they're nice and fresh. Now sometimes what we can do, thank you, come over. Good boy. The noisy old motorbike just went by. And he's as good as gold. He worked so well. Come round, my baby boy. And now here, look, you watch this, look. When I'm coming down here, when that bridge is stuck, look, I'm not pulling him on these reins, he's slowing it up, he knows he's got to slow it. Look at the tug, look, on the front. Look, can you see? The little tug's being pushed forward. He knows what he's got to do, it's lovely. Come on, babe, very good boy.
Buston's is owned by an 8-year-old, so we've got to make sure that he's safe in traffic. And a nice sensible pony that she can take out. Obviously she'll be going out with her mum on the back of the carriage to supervise. But you can see he's just doing this job. Lovely little pony.
So
And he'll stand and wait at a junction as well. That's another very important thing, that he'll stand still when he's told. These cars coming past him, the wet road, the noise of the spray, great big articulated lorry going past. He doesn't speed up, he doesn't dive over the side of the road. Just carries on, confident in traffic. Now here's a lovely situation, meeting a big truck on a country lane. So it's a very narrow road. We've just had to take him off to the side a little bit so they've got room to come past. You can see it's very bumpy, but again, no problem at all.
The other thing is with this pony that is amusing, which you'll see on some of the films, it's quite hard. Not hard, it's not hard, it doesn't take any effort, but he wants to look around. That is not saying in any way that he's frightened, upset or anything like that at all, but he does like to look around. Now obviously there is a problem with that you want him to pay attention where he's going, but it's not that he's scared in any way or upset. He's just, where he's been a ridden pony, now having the blinkers on, he wants to turn his head from side to side just to have a look over the field, see what he's doing, you know, look down the road at something. He can do anything. Like as he's going past something, he won't drift out into the road like he's giving it a wide berth or anything. He'll still keep the same line, but he'll turn his head round to have a look. Now that's all right, but it does want just, you know, you need to just get his attention on the job. So, you know, that's what I would say. But as far as the pony being absolutely 150%, you know, correct, he is. But he is, having never seen him being ridden by your little daughter, and now she's getting a little too big for him, so you've decided to have him broke. In harness, he is not sharp or anything like that to worry about, but a dear little pony, one of the, definitely without any question, one of the best ponies we've had in. If somebody wanted a pony that could do all jobs, I do seriously believe this pony genuinely could do all jobs. He could go on a Sunday and do an indoor cones course and he would love it, and you can have him flat out and just touch him and he'll come back. An absolute darling of a pony, you know, a pleasure to have around, always up for it, whatever you want to do, never sullen or sorry in any way. You know, just enjoys life, genuinely enjoys life. If you turn him out, we turned him out in a tiny little paddock we got the other day, because we know that he'll go back to grass and it's coming towards. So in this last week of training, what we'll do is have him, you know, going out to grass during the day a little bit, build it up slowly so he doesn't get all loose, obviously with a massive change of diet. So that's what we're trying to do.
Okay. Arena now, still being driven in a piece of rubber. Just going to knock this barrel over, rolling away, no reaction, still just walking on a nice slack rein over that bit of pipe with the ribbons on, down here through these ribbon archways, now with a smaller gap between them. And over the tin sheet, we've got the reindeer up there. Something for him to look at. And the idea is that he knocks these out of the way as he goes through them. Over these metal ramps. Doing it at the trot now. And he'll come back and stand still on a nice slack rein when you ask him.
Turn in!
See there, that shaft on his quarters. Going through the long grass as well. Sometimes tickle them up their bellies.
Fire him up there 20 yards and pull him up to a stop. Hey! Just trot. That's it. Alright, let him drop his head, then rein him back. That's it. Bring him up here. Just film the rubber bit in his mouth. Come straight.
This is Buttons' owner Bailey on the reins. We've got dual reins on today, just as a precaution when we're going out down the road, so we can make the transition between us driving him and making sure that he's nice and safe for her to drive at home. Still only being driven just in a soft piece of rubber, and you can see she's got full control of him. If you look at Fletcher's reins, they're nice and slack, and Bailey's driving him all by herself. So if he'll go down the road and behave himself for an 8-year-old girl, that's what we've broke him to do. And she's just going to make a turn here. So again, you can see Fletcher's reins, he's not steering him at all, this is all Bailey. And the little pony just does what she asks him to do.
What do you think, Linda?
What do you think about him, and what would your advice be to people who are thinking of getting a child's pony broken to harness?
I would say definitely do it. We've had Buttons with Bailey's first pony when she was 6 years old, and we grew out of him last year, and we were going to sell Buttons because we wanted to buy another riding pony, didn't we? And you were very upset, weren't you? Didn't want to sell him, and he is such a lovely little pony, and she knows him really, really well, and she really broke her heart when we were going to sell him. So we decided, we looked on the internet and saw Barry and what he did, and we decided we'd send him to see if he would drive. And we've just driven him out, haven't we? Or Bailey's just driven him out. And what did you think?
He's really good.
He's really good, wasn't he? And did you drive him all on your own?
Yeah.
And he's done really well, and we're really, really pleased with him. And now he's going to stay with us for a very, very long time, isn't he? The only thing I would say was you just need to think about the cost of driving, because not only do you have the horse that many people already have that would make a nice little driving pony, you have to then buy a set of harness and a carriage, because there's no point spending your money and sending your little pony away to be broken, coming back perfect to drive, and then you put him in a field for 3 weeks or 4 weeks because you've got no carriage and no harness to fit in when he comes home. So I would say, whilst he's at the place being broken, you take advice. Barry's very good, he'll give you advice on what sort of carriage you want and what sort of harness you want. So you take advice, so everything's ready when you come to pick your pony up and he's ready. And there's lots of different carriages on the market, so you need to decide what you're going to do as well.